3 ways to release anger. Hello, all you beautiful souls out there in my social media family. How are you doing today? My name is Chris, and I'm here to help you find your happiness. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 ways that I use to quickly release anger. Now, this is a follow-up video to yesterday's video about why hate. And I can tell you right now that frustration leads to anger, anger leads to hate. So before we get to that point of being hateful, that's why I wanted to make this video, to kind of help you learn how to release that anger, so that way we can release that before we get to the stage of hate. So the first thing that I do to be able to release that anger is, number 1, is change my perspective. So through changing my perspective, I'm able to look at situations from a different point of view and therefore understand why things are happening. Now, what do I mean by changing our perspective? Well, when we get so angry about something, it's very easy to get caught in this tunnel vision about the problem. And through that tunnel, we can't see the solution. So therefore, when you can get out of that problem-based way of thinking and into that solution-based way of thinking, as you can see by my hand motions, the problem-based way of thinking is backwards, where the solution-based way of thinking is forwards. And through that, we're able to understand much easier how to solve that problem that's making us angry. So again, change your perspective from a problem-based way of thinking to a solution-based way of thinking. And anytime something starts to come up that gets you angry or frustrated, change that before it leads to that anger and before it leads to that hate. All right, number 2, change your surroundings. Now, this is probably going to be one of the more important ones, because anytime that we're in a situation or we're around a person that is causing us to be angry, it's extremely important to remove yourself from that situation. Now, even if you can't leave the house, you can at least go into another room. You know, I've gone to the extent of locking myself in bathrooms, as much as that sucks, but at least we're removing ourselves from the situation that's making us angry, and therefore not allowing it to perpetuate and escalate. Now, if you do have the ability to leave the house, that's one of my favorite things to do. The very first thing that I do when I start to sense that frustration is I like to go out for walks. I like to get out in nature, be out in the sun, and just be out in somewhere else other than that area, that situation, or in front of that person that is starting to get me to get into an angry state of being. Now, one of the things for me is by removing myself from that situation, I prevent myself from even getting to that stage of being angry, because I like to get out and get out of my head and obviously, like I said earlier, not allow that situation to escalate. Now, the third one is something that I know for a lot of us might be difficult. And again, it's because we get caught up in our heads about what's going on that's wrong. And one of the things that I'm here to try to share with you and encourage you to do is to be appreciative for the things that you do have in your life. Okay? And again, I know this might be a little bit more difficult for us, and I know it was difficult for me in the beginning. Now, and the reason that I'm trying to really encourage you to use this one out of the previous 2 is because in the past, I was so focused on the problem that I wasn't appreciative for the things that I did have, and I ended up losing all of it. And therefore didn't even have anything at all in my life. And so had I changed my perspective, changed my surroundings, and be appreciative for the things that I do have, I know for a fact that I would not have lost everything in the manner of which I did. And even more so, I would not have lost myself, that self-love, that self-respect, and that self-acceptance that's so important when we're trying to maintain a happy life. So again, if you can start to be appreciative for just being alive. I mean, that's one of the things for me. Whenever I start to get that frustration, I take a deep breath, I pat myself, right? And I realize that I'm still alive, and that in and of itself is a privilege. And so therefore I can start to choose to experience life in any which way that I please. And so therefore I have started to choose to experience life in a very peaceful, a very happy manner within myself first, and therefore it's starting to reflect in my outer world. And that's exactly what I wish for you through this, to being able to release that anger and start living that inner peace, that inner happiness, that self-love, that self-acceptance, that self-respect that I've been able to achieve. Because I know if I can do it, so can you. All right, everybody, I hope that you found those 3 ways to release anger helpful. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, and please go ahead and click that subscribe button as well. It would really mean a lot to me. And like I say in all my other videos, if you decide that you're not going to do those 2, at least share this video with somebody who you think might benefit from it, because we never know when the right words from the right person are going to hit somebody at the right time and help them find their happiness. Until next time, I'm sending you all much love. Namaste.